My name is Max Clark, and I'm from Franklin, Indiana. For me, social media is it's always been fascinating to me, so I just kind of got into it without thinking about building a brand at first. I was always just kind of a networking freak, I guess. I love talking to people, I love meeting new people, I love hearing about people's stories and how they got to where they were. But now as I've really blown up, it's special to me, and it's cool to me because I feel like I'm officially a role model for kids out there. I feel like there are people out there that feel like they can reach out to me and I'll be right back. How can I help you? I've always wanted to do something where it's a safe space for kids to just come in and relate. And I think that's why I'm so easy to follow or easy to relate to, is I have everything on my social medias. I mean, girlfriend, family, baseball, football, out of sport activities, just lake, all these kinds of things. It's really easy to relate to, it's really transparent. So I feel like kids just feel comfortable and they can relate and this is cool, I want to do some of this stuff when I'm older. And then on top of that, you look at who I am as a baseball player alone, and it's okay, he can offer a lot of good insight, and I do. I am a guy who always take time to respond to kids. I'll always answer DMs, things like that. So I think it's important solely off of the fact that not only can you monetize, you can go help and be a good person. For me, family has always been my biggest thing. I'm a crazy loyal person, no matter what the situation is. That's just kind of how I was raised, born into. So for me, family is always going to be the biggest thing around me. And then obviously having a great group of friends that have kind of known what I've become. They kind of were along for the beginning of the journey since 6th grade. I can't ask for much more than that. And then also my girlfriend, who has the same thing going on with her life. She shares the same goals and aspirations and dreams, just in her sport and in her profession. So it's all it's easier for me because I can relate to each and every one of those people, and they can all relate to me. So, but for me, my role model, my brother. The way I grew up, he was the kid taking me to the cages. He was the, throwing in the backyard. We have so many stories about how just I would be he'd be hitting me in and out fly balls, and I'd just come up firing and break a window or something at our house. And it's then we'd both get in trouble because he should have caught it, but I threw it 100 feet over. But just little things like that. To me, my family's my everything. They've made so many sacrifices throughout the years, whether that's, giving up hours a week of jobs, whether that's sacrificing something that they wanted to do, a vacation that they wanted to take because we had to go to Florida for 3.5 weeks. Just so many things that they gave up for me to be able to chase my dream, that's who I want to get back to. Everything that I do is for them, just because everything that they did was for me. So my mom has been setting up for graduation. In Indiana, we take it super seriously. We have huge open houses for all the kids, but she's a party planner, so she's doing these palettes that basically take you through my entire life. But she's working on the high school right now. So we started here. This is all of my freshman year basketball and sophomore year when I was in the student section. So this is all of my buddies when I was a freshman playing. I played varsity, so I got I don't know, this is my first experience playing varsity sports, and I ended up starting a couple games, so that was fun. And then this was also freshman year, so you got freshman football, play quarterback, and then it also has homecoming, so it's the entire year of football. So this was my freshman year homecoming, and then my sophomore year homecoming with my girlfriend Kaylee that I'm still with, and then ended up winning junior homecoming king. But Kaylee couldn't run because she didn't go to my school, but I won, which was cool. And then more freshman football photos. She's still working on this one, so this is senior football. So yeah, this was my last year. So yeah, this was senior year. Really good season overall as a team. Fell short, but a lot of really good photos. NA Films and Hoop Edits did a lot of stuff, which the guys watching this will know what I mean. But yeah, a bunch of pictures with the buddies, all my seniors. It was nice to have one last go around with them. So this is all of Vanderbilt and my signing day. So basically everything Vanderbilt had. My official, had signing day, had my media day. So that was super dope. So my official visit was like unreal. It was so fun. It was like my first experience of actually getting like a taste of like a real practice, a real game, like and feeling like you're a part of it. Because like we were right up on the field, you know, getting to meet all the players. Like it was my first time meeting some of the guys. Like I played against and with a lot of the guys on that class's Vanderbilt squad, just because a lot of them were there when I went to Jupiter my freshman year. So like I got to rekindle with like a lot of guys, and then obviously I got to meet all the new guys like Jack Bolger and a couple guys that I hadn't met before, and then obviously like linking up with Enrique was cool, and McKenzie's TJ McKenzie, so that was sick. Tristan's younger brother, so that was dope. And then like everything that we did like outside of just baseball was really cool. Like they took us to a like a saloon down there that's like line dancing and like really good barbecue. Like that was awesome, and that was like with all the coaching staff, all the players, all the families. Like that, it was so cool. There was like 120 of us down there, and that was a blast. And then we went to a Predators game, and it was the first time I've been to a professional hockey game, so that was sick. And like the Preds won, so that was super hype. And then what else did we do? Oh, media day was like so cool. I've never really had like an official media day, so like that was dope. And I don't know, the whole trip was a lot of fun. So I'm excited about it, and like it's nice to know that that's a path. So yeah, it was really, really fun. I feel like some of the biggest separators from my work ethic to others are I am going to be the most consistent worker out of anyone. No matter the time, the place, what's going on, the weather, I'm gonna get my workout in that day. Some of the main misconceptions of this is if I'm in the gym for 2 hours a day, 2 times a week, it's the same as every single day for 30 minutes. Consistency is your best friend when it comes to these things, and getting in the gym every single day, getting in the cages every single day, doing something every single day is the most important of it all. Whether that's 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour a day, like it doesn't really matter, depending on how hard you work and how consistent you are with it. Obviously, you work out a little bit longer, you're probably gonna be a little bit better. But the biggest thing and the best thing to start with is consistency. How many days in a row can you get in the gym? How many days in a row can you get in the cages? I feel like I really started getting after it in the weight room after my freshman summer, before my freshman summer, so after 8th grade. So for me, that was right after I went to 15U Team USA, and I ended up being cut from the team because I was too small. Had a great tournament and I played really well, but I was actually cut from the team because I was too small. So for me, that kind of lit basically an insecurity / okay, I need to match what I look like with my play. So I was like a really good player, but I just didn't look the part really. So that lit a flame under my behind. And I really needed to figure out, okay, what am I gonna do to look the part? So I came home, developed a training routine, got a trainer, got on a meal plan, things like that. And I started really going after it. And after 6 to 8 months of consistently getting after it and learning how to do and understand your body, like everything that's going on with these changes, I started to fall in love with it. So for me, I don't really see going to the gym as a training day or oh, I have to do this to make something like that. I love the gym, and it's because it's like an escape for me. And I mean, I've kind of been the one that's had to establish the workouts, get guys to get some extra work in and bring these guys in and make them feel a part of the team. We only have 4 returning varsity players this year, 5 returning varsity players this year. So a lot of kids are having to step up this year, and they're all pretty uncomfortable. They've never been in a position like this. So it's my job that I've been around the team for 3 years now, since I didn't have freshman year. So this is my 3rd year kind of going at it, starting varsity. I am in that leadership role this year, and I love it. I love being a leader. I try to be a really good leader and not kind of just a dude who says he's a leader, but it's only because of who he is. I actually like to lead my team and help and figure out ways to make the team better. So you've seen the last 2 days, we've been in here at 11 to 1 a.m. just getting work in because it's extra work that we needed. And the nice thing about this year is we have a lot of guys that want to work hard. We have a lot of guys that want to learn and play hard and be great and have a great season. So that makes being a leader a lot easier because everybody's bought into the goal. So it's been last year I had support, I guess. There was a group of leaders. This year, it's 2 or 3 guys that are returning. So definitely there's more of a role this year, but it's still the same thing. Hey, let's get our work done. Let's go to business and let's go to work this entire season. playing for Team USA was easily the best experience I've had from a baseball, from a representation standpoint. Like, for me, I had so many things personally that made it really cool because I got cut 15U year. I couldn't go 17U year because I had COVID. I finally make the team 18U year, have a clutch moment in the Canada game. Like, there were so many things in that week and a half of playing for a gold medal for your entire country that kind of just like checked off every list on my bucket list, or every box on my bucket list. Like, that was easily the most exciting, thrilling, fun, exhausting, like brutal tournament I've ever played, and it was easily like the most memories I've ever made in my life. There's nothing better than standing on a podium higher than everybody else with a medal around your neck, an American flag draped around your back, with your national anthem playing above everyone else. It's like there's nothing better than that ever. And like you even see like the MLB guys speaking on it now, like they would much rather win a WBC than a World Series, and I'm the same way. Like, that was the coolest moment I've ever had in my life.
You're gonna play for the WBC team?
I hope. Like, dude, 2027 is when it comes back, so that's like prime time for me, hopefully. So I'm not saying, but I'm saying. So I got into sneakers like a year and a half ago. One of my buddies who's a reseller, actually, like, this is our first time meeting, so we're really good friends now, but I met him about a year and a half ago. He turned out to be a baseball player too. So he like introduced me into shoes, and I kind of like got into them, and then like all my money just started going to shoes. So yeah, I am obsessed. Like, that's like the one thing that, and like you said, fashion is kind of the one thing that I've started splurging on. Like, that's where all my money goes, to be honest. So I don't know, I just find it like there's so many different avenues and branches that you can go with fashion and shoes, and there's so many different like colorways and just cool stuff that like you just can't run out of like cool things with shoes and fashion. I'm looking for some type of dunk. I kind of want the Jackie Robinsons, but I don't know if they have them. But I'm a low top guy, so everything has to be a low top for me to cop it. I can't wear high tops. I actually might see if they have the pink Zoom flies. I've always wanted those.
12.
What you guys got a price at?
$325.
Oh, bet, yeah. I'll take that. Yes, sir. Just picked up the pink Zoom flies, size 12 for $330. I'm gonna keep shopping though. That's not gonna be the end of the run today. I thought those were gonna be priced higher, but they're actually priced like super fair. $330. Picked up the pink off-white Zoom flies. I was looking for also a pair of University red off-whites, but the pair that they had marked to 900, and they were kind of beat. So I ended up just sticking with the Zoom flies, and we'll come back and pick up the University reds another day. I think my favorite pair of shoes I have right now are probably my off-white Vapor Maxes. Just because like I've wanted those for a long time, so like finally getting a hold of them was pretty cool. Just because. I mean, they're a high dollar shoe, like they're high end. I like the black pair too, so that's actually gonna be my next purchase. But the one shoe that I want that I don't have yet are the University red off-white dunk lows. And that's what we were looking at the other day. And they just like, they marked them up and they were so like used. Like, that's what I would pay probably for like a new pair. And they were just kind of black everywhere on like the white parts of the shoe. So I was like, no way. So for me, like, living a baseball lifestyle is kind of just the way I was born into it, because brother played baseball, so I was born, and like I started becoming competent when like he was 13, 15, 17, 18 U. So like I was in the prime heart of that. So obviously like I grew up in a baseball community. And then like on top of that, I was always around baseball people, like Jeff Mercer at IU, Jeff Sr., his dad, who coached at Franklin. Like, that's just the environment I was always born into. So it's the only thing I've ever known, you know what I mean? And then I fell in love with it through this place, Powerhouse, when I was 6, first facility. And I've been training here for 12 years now. So like, it's so different. People don't really understand, like, it's really just a lifestyle. Like, you can't just, you know, devote a little bit of time to this. Like, to really be something different, you have to make it a lifestyle. And, you know, you have to make a lot of sacrifices in your outside life to really make some things happen.
Your name?
Yeah. My name is Max Clark, and I forget what I was supposed to say after that. Oh, where I'm from. Yep, sorry. Oh, it's kind of. Oh, it's bad. Because if not, it's called a sheriff's department or like the local.
So just to be clear, what happened?
I left my keys in my car and my car locked itself. There's no way. Like what?